What up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video with Madden 24. Jason Rodriguez commented on a previous video to rebuild the Broncos, so today we rebuilding the Broncos. If you want to see your name featured in an upcoming video like this, then go ahead and comment down below other types of teams or players that you want to see me do rebuilds with. Also, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm currently at 843 subscribers. I want to get to 1,000 so bad, so please go ahead and do that for me. I appreciate that. This is the roster I'll be using in this video. It's from Peace Control Ghosty. It's Madden 2025 roster update. It says one of the most downloaded offseason rosters last season, updated daily, including depth charts, jersey numbers, and all rookies, most up to date as of 5/13/24. I've been trying out different rosters every time I'm doing these rebuilds, but I'm not liking any of them, to be honest. They're not making the contracts correct. So if it's every first round pick has 4 years in their deal, every rookie has 4 years in their contract, but most of them have them in 1 year, 2 year deals. So when I'm doing a 3-year rebuild, they're going to be having free agents from other teams, like a first round pick that's available in free agency after 2 years, which is not realistic, obviously. Also, Bo Nix is 24 years old, and this roster had him at 20 years old, so I went ahead and changed him to 24 years old and put him on a 4-year contract to try to make it somewhat realistic. So we're going to try to deal with the roster as much as we can. It's going to be a little bit wonky, but we'll get through it. In this roster, Bo Nix is a 71 overall. He did have a normal dev, but I went ahead and bumped him up to star dev. I'm going to do that with any player that's drafted in the first round while I'm doing these rebuilds. We also got Troy Franklin, wide receiver, drafted in the 3rd round. So one thing the Broncos do have is a lot of wide receivers here. So got Mims, he's a rookie on this roster. Also, defensively, they did draft Jonah Ellis. He's right here. He's only 71 overall, so I'll just keep Cooper as a starter. We got Cody Barton, who came over in free agency. Drew Sanders, still rookie, 71 overall with hidden dev. So we need to do something about the defensive tackle spot, but this is the first year, so we're going to roll with the roster that they currently have. I'm going to go through and look at the playbooks and figure out which one we're going to use. I decided that we're going to go with the Atlanta Falcons offensive playbook for the first year. It does really good in simulation. It's a West Coast zone run. We're at 84% scheme fit on that, and we're sticking with the 3-4 defensive playbook. We're at 100% on that, but I'm going with the Las Vegas Raiders 3-4 scheme because Max Crosby wins Defensive Player of the Year a lot, so I want to see how it performs, and we'll go from there. I will be using auto-generated draft classes for the whole rebuild. I'm focusing on cornerback with my 3-tier scout, and then we're going cornerback, outside linebacker, defensive tackle. Here at the midseason point, we're off to a decent start. We are 4-3, second in the division to the 7-0 Chiefs. The Chargers are 2-4. The Raiders are 1-6. We got a weekly award here. Let's check it out. It's going to be for Singleton at middle linebacker, 11 tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, and a touchdown. Dude had a crazy game. Looking at players to negotiate with, we're only going to have 2. I'm not really interested in bringing either one of them back, and we got a 5th-year option for Patrick Surtain coming up at the end of the year. End of the regular season, we finished 8-9. We did not make the playoffs, but honestly, we did better than I thought we were going to. The Chiefs went 15-2 and won the division. The Chargers went 7-10. The Raiders went 2-15. Let's check out the season stats. 30th ranked offense, not looking good. Bo Nix 29th in passing yards, 26th in passing touchdowns, and defensively ranked 31st, so just terrible all around. Bo Nix 3,200 yards passing with 20 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 63% completion with the 88 rating. Not great. Javonte Williams still did pretty good, 1,200 yards, 4.4 per carry with 7 touchdowns. Bo Nix 300 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and then P. Ryan had 9 touchdowns. Receiving, Sutton 900 yards, 7 touchdowns. Reynolds almost 800 yards with 4 touchdowns. Dolchich 600 yards, 5 touchdowns. Patrick 300 yards with 2 touchdowns. Defensively, Singleton led the team in tackles with 134. Barton had 120. Tackles for loss, Browning had 12. Allen had 11. Roach had 11. Franklin Myers had 10. Sacks, Browning led the team with 8. Allen had 6. Franklin Myers 5.5. Interceptions, Levi Wallace had the most with 4. Singleton, Stearns, and Surtain had 2, and then Browning, Barton, and Jones had 1. I'm definitely going to be changing the playbooks because they did terribly. The Cowboys had the #1 offense as far as yards goes, and it's going to be the Ravens, 49ers, Chiefs, the Eagles, Bengals. Might go like Eagles or maybe even the Cowboys. See what's going on in defense. The Ravens had the #1 defense. Packers, Commanders. Probably try to go with the Ravens for that 3-4. So yeah, we'll probably go Cowboys and Ravens on the playbooks. Went ahead and changed the offensive playbook to the Dallas Cowboys, which is a West Coast zone run. We're at 73% scheme fit on that, and I'm changing the defensive playbook to the Ravens. Base 3-4, we're at 95% scheme fit. That way we can go after free agents and draft picks based on these schemes now. The Chiefs beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl 41-35. Patrick Mahomes won Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson won MVP of the regular season with the Ravens. John Harbaugh, Coach of the Year with the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, Offensive Player of the Year with the Ravens. Khalil Mack, Defensive Player of the Year with the Chargers. I'm going to pick up the 5th-year option for Patrick Surtain. He's 24 years old, 97 overall with X Factor. No brainer. This is what the team is looking like before free agency. Bo Nix up to a 73 with star depth. We need to do something at center. Wide receivers looking okay, I guess. Defensively, we need a defensive tackle for sure. And it would be nice to get like a legit pass rushing outside linebacker. Stearns is okay at free safety. I think he's still pretty young. He's playing down to a 74. He's only 24 years old. If we can upgrade that position, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Also, it wouldn't be a bad thing to try to get a third corner. We do have Abrams Drain, but he's only a 73 overall. Mathis is 74. And we have Riley Moss too, but these guys are all in the below 75 with normal dev. Here in free agency, and as you can see, the rookie linebacker Jeremiah Trotter, who just played his rookie season the first year with the Philadelphia Eagles, is already a free agent. So that means he was on a 1-year deal. It's one thing I don't like about these downloaded rosters that are supposed to have the draft picks. If you're gonna take the time to make the players and everything, you might as well go ahead and update the contracts and stuff too. Just my opinion. I know it's a lot of work though. Overall, this free agent class is pretty terrible because it's an updated roster with free agents already signing new deals. So there's not a lot of players that are going to free agency. And as you can see, the best player is 89 overall, Amari Cooper. And then I'm going to try to get defensive tackle Michael Pierce because we really need that. But everyone else is in the 80s, like low 81, 82, and then in the 70s. So it's not even worth trying to get any of these guys. I'm just going to try to get Pierce. Pierce did end up signing, so we're done with free agency, going to the draft. Here in the first round of the draft, we had the 14th pick. I'm having a bit of a dilemma here because we really need a pass rushing outside linebacker upgrade. This guy is still available. He's a top 5 guy, but I only have him 50% scouted, so I don't know if he's good or not. And then I have a couple of guys 100% scouted down here. I have a cornerback that says he's a true first round talent. He has B man coverage and B zone coverage. Anytime a man-to-man guy has B zone coverage, that typically means that they're really good. But let me know in the comments, who would you draft, this cornerback or that outside linebacker? Would you take the for sure thing or take a chance on someone that could be legit? That guy was a top 5 projected, but it's already pick 14. He hasn't gone yet. So to me, that tells me he's probably not very good. So I'm going to take this cornerback. Glenn James from Utah. He's 5'10", 182 pounds, man-to-man, scheme fit. 21 years old. He has elite acceleration, elite change of direction, solid jumping, good speed, great strength. We know for sure he has B-man coverage and B-zone coverage. A catching, B awareness. But he has hidden dev, 92 speed, 96 change of direction. I will come back and look at Casey Harris to see how good he is and see if it was worth taking him or not. Here in the 3rd round, we did not have a 2nd round pick. I'm going to take this outside linebacker George Atkins from Oklahoma State. He's 6'4", 251 pounds. He's a speed rush and scheme fit. Have him 95% scouted. He's 22 years old. He has marginal acceleration, decent agility, solid change of direction, and jumping. He does have elite speed with good strength. He has B finesse moves with B pursuit. Normal dev with 86 speed. 4th round, I'm going to draft this left guard, Dalen Bryan from Oklahoma State. He's 6'4", 330 pounds, which is pretty big, but it says he's still an agile scheme fit. So fast dude that's agile apparently. Got him 65% scouted. If he's good enough, I'm going to move him to center to start for us. 22 years old, great acceleration, good agility, good change of direction with good speed and great strength. Does have A impact block and B pass block finesse, B run block finesse. He's got normal dev with 89 strength. I simulated the rest of the draft picks. In the 1st round, we took this cornerback, and he's a 78 overall, so I'm actually pretty happy about that. He does have hidden dev. 21 years old, he has 92 speed, 77 man coverage with 75 zone coverage, 77 play rec. Honestly, the rest of the guys just not looking good at all. They're all like 68, 67, so they're gonna be backups. Looking at the entire NFL draft recap, the number 1 pick was a quarterback for the Raiders, 78 overall, and the Titans got him a wide receiver, 83 overall in the 1st round. Dude looks like a beast. Let's see who the highest in the whole class was. Marshall and Ferguson are both 83, wide receiver and a strong safety that went to the Dolphins. 82 overall middle linebacker, 81 overall wide receiver, So there's like 4 guys that are over 80 on here. Let me go back to this. Check out that linebacker that we skipped on. His name was Harris, Casey Harris. He ended up only being a 73 overall. And the Bears took him right after we skipped on him. And he has normal dev, so yeah, I'm glad that we didn't take a chance on him. Here's the starting lineup for season 2. I just realized that I didn't go through the starting lineup for the first season, but that's alright. Bo Nix up to a 75 with star dev. Hopefully he performs better in this Dallas Cowboys offensive playbook. Williams is an 84 with star at running back. Sutton's our number 1 receiver. He's an 86 with star. Mims in the slot is a 78 with star. Reynolds a 79 overall with normal dev is our number 2 receiver. Dolchich at tight ends is 76 with star. McGlinchey at right tackle is an 80 with star. Menarez is an 83 with star at right guard. We still got Mustafa at center because we just couldn't upgrade. He's 71 with normal. Powers at left guard is a 76 with normal, and then Bowles at left tackle is an 83 with star. Defensively, we got Pearson free agency at defensive tackle is an 82 with star. Zach Allen's a 77 with star. Franklin Myers is a 77 with star. Surtain's up to a 99 with X Factor. We got the rookie in the slot starting right away, 79 with hidden dev. Wallace, our number 2 corner, 79 with star. Jones at strong safety is an 81 with star. We still got Cooper outside linebacker is a 76 with normal. Barton at middle linebacker is an 80 with normal. Singleton's a 76 with normal, and then Browning's a 79 with star, and then Stearns at free safety, 76 with normal dev. Hopefully these new playbooks will let the defense perform better as well. Looking at the prospects for the next auto-generated draft class, and we got 2 wide receivers up here just like the last class. This guy looks like he's going to be almost a tight end, 6'4", 233 pounds, and then this guy's more of a normal build, 6'1", 196. We don't necessarily need a wide receiver. We got a defensive end here, some quarterbacks. We don't need a quarterback, so I'll probably be focusing on defensive ends. There's a couple outside linebackers here, so I'll be focusing on that. Defensive end, outside linebacker, maybe wide receiver, just to see if these dudes are like generational talent or something. Here at the midseason point, we are 3-4. The Chargers and the Chiefs are both 5-2, and the Raiders are 2-5. It's not a terrible start, but it's definitely not the best. Hopefully we get better in the second half of the season. We got 24 players to negotiate with here. We got $115 million in cap room. Definitely want to bring Javonte Williams back. 24 years old. He's 84 overall, star dev. He has like 0 interest. Someone out from this 5-year deal. He's not ready to sign right now. Definitely want to bring Quinn back at right guard, but once again, he's not looking like he's interested. Someone from the 3-year deal. He's coming back. That's good. Barry Browning, I'm not sure if I want to keep him or not, but for now, I'm going to hold off. We already have Troy Franklin up for free agency because I forgot to change his contract to 4 years, so he should still be on the team. I'm just going to go ahead and offer him the deal that they're throwing out there. He's coming back, so that was my bad. The roster, like, once again, they didn't change the contracts to match correctly. Caden Stearns at free safety. I'll probably move on from him and try to upgrade that. Jonah Ellis, he should still be on the team for 2 more years, but once again, roster contracts not accurate. Jonathan Cooper, I'll be moving on from him for sure. Michael Pierce, I do want to bring him back. Well, I'll wait till the end of the year, most likely. Chris Abrams-Drain, he should still be on the team for 2 more years on his rookie deal. Yeah, he's not ready to sign right now, go figure. Zach Wilson, yeah, definitely not bringing him back. No thanks, buddy. Garrett Bowles at left tackle. I'll wait till the end of the year. Since he's 32, he's going to regress some, so should be able to get him for a little cheaper, hopefully. Anybody else over here that's worth bringing back? Tim Patrick, moving on. This guy is still supposed to be on his rookie contract. Anybody else? Nope. Here at week 9, we're 3-5, but we got a breakout opportunity for a linebacker. Definitely need something like this to happen. It's going to be for Barry Browning. I was just talking about, not sure if I want to bring him back or not. And he's like, check this out. I'm going to try to get a upgrade at dev trait. We did beat the Raiders 19-7. Let's see if Barry Browning got his dev trait upgrade. Yep, he sure did. So now he's going to be a superstar because he already had star. Yep, and he's going to get 4,000 XP also. I need to re-sign him for sure. I did end up getting Barry Browning to re-sign. I also tried to re-sign Javonte Williams, but once again, he said that he wasn't ready to do anything yet. Finally got Javonte Williams to re-sign. Into the regular season, we finished 7-10, missing the playoffs once again. The Chargers won the division with a 13-4 record. The Chiefs went 13-4. The Raiders went 6-11. Check out the season stats, see what these playbooks did for us. 18th ranked offense, 13th in passing, 17th in passing touchdowns, so better. Defensively 25th, still pretty bad, but it's better than 31st. Bo Nix had 3,800 yards, 26 touchdowns, 19 interceptions, 65% completion with a 90 rating. Still not a great season, but definitely better than last year. Javonte Williams did good, 1,000 yards, 4.1 per carry with 10 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, Josh Reynolds, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Mims, almost 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Sutton, 900 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Dolchich at the tight end, almost 500 yards with 5 touchdowns. Defensively, Cody Barton led the team in tackles, 122. Singleton had 109. Tackles for loss, Browning had 17. Allen had 15. Franklin Myers 13. And Pierce had 12. Sacks, Zach Allen led the team with 7.5. Browning only had 4.5 despite getting a depth trade upgrade to superstar. Pierce had 4. Cooper had 4. We really need to do something about the pass rusher. We need to get an elite guy or something. Singleton had the most interceptions, a middle linebacker. What the heck? He had 2. Barton had 1. James had 1, a rookie. Wallace had 1, and Surtain had 1. Rookie cornerback that we drafted in the first round, Glenn James. This is what his season looking like. 84 tackles, 3 for a loss. We saw he had that 1 interception, and he had 6 pass deflections, so pretty solid season. The Cowboys beat the Chargers in the Super Bowl 38-24. Dak Prescott won Super Bowl MVP and regular season MVP with the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy won Coach of the Year with the Cowboys. Isaiah Pacheco, Offensive Player of the Year with the Chiefs. Michael Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year with the Cowboys. And then we got Tyler Hartwell winning Offensive Rookie of the Year with the Bengals. Don't know who he is. Nathan Strong, Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Patriots. Fullback Michael Burton retires after 10 years. We have $106 million in cap room. Moving on from Caden Stearns at free safety and Jonathan Cooper. Michael Pierce, I do want to bring him back. He has a ton of interest. Let's go ahead and throw him this 1-year offer. He's coming back. Abram Drain's supposed to be on the team still. Offered him a 3-year deal. He turned it down. Let me go player friendly just to try to get him back on the roster since he's supposed to be there technically. Zach Wilson, no thanks. Garrett Bowles, yes. Offer him this 1-year deal. He's coming back. We got $75 million left. Troutman, Roach, Luck. Any of these guys? Not wanting to bring them back. Let me just make sure there's nobody else. No. This is what the team is looking like before free agency. The biggest hole we have on offense is center for sure. And maybe we could use like a true #1 receiver. Defensively, we need a true pass rushing outside linebacker, like just a true #1 guy, like a 10-15 sack a year guy. Gotta do something at free safety for sure. And James had superstar, awesome. He's 83 overall. Let's check out his progression history real quick. He said that his development trait decreased to superstar dev. So he had X Factor? What the hell? Why did it? I hate whenever Madden does that, when they just lower their dev traits for no reason. So I guess he just had X Factor already, but I mean, he still has superstar, so I guess I'll stick with that for now. But I wish I'd have known he had X Factor. I would have ended up moving it back to that. Allen just led the team in sacks at the defensive end spot. Franklin Myers is still pretty good, so yeah, we're just gonna focus on free safety, outside linebacker, and center. In free agency, I was able to address all the big needs. We got Josh Sweat, outside linebacker. He's an 81 overall, star dev, scheme fit. I was hoping to get a better upgrade at that position, but he was the best that we were able to get. Khalil Mack was available. He was like an 84 overall, but he had 17 offers and he had no interest in coming to us. I got Eddie Jackson at free safety. He was the best available. 81 overall, star dev, scheme fit. 31 years old, got him on a 1-year deal. And then David Andrews at center. He was the best available. 78 overall with normal dev. So that's a pretty big upgrade from the 70 overall guy that we had. I'm checking out the prospects before we go into the draft, and both these wide receivers are looking ridiculous. They're both top 5 true guys. This guy is 6'4", 233 pounds, and I mean, he has great acceleration, elite jumping, good speed, elite strength, and he has a crap load of A's, as you can see. So I think it's a no-brainer to try to trade up for him. We don't have any huge needs since we're able to address everything in free agency. Do have this defensive end 100% scouted. It says he's only a first-round guy. He's not a true top 5. And have a couple other defensive ends and outside linebackers scouted. There's another wide receiver here that says he's a true first-round guy. But yeah, I think the play is to just go ahead and trade whatever it takes to get Tyquan Pryor. It's going to be our true #1 receiver as a rookie. These are the trade offers that the Lions want in order to give up that #1 pick. Definitely not giving up Surtain or Surtain with James or all of these guys. The only option you have to do is just give up 3 first-round picks, which is okay since it's the last year of the rebuild anyways. So we're going to go ahead and do that. With the number 1 pick in the first round, we're going to take wide receiver Taquan Pryor from USF. He is 6'4", 233 pounds. He's a physical guy, true top 5. 22 years old. He has great acceleration, decent agility, and change of direction. Elite jumping, good speed, elite strength. Dude ran a 4.42. That's crazy. A awareness, A catching traffic, A catching, A release, A run block, A short route, A spectacular catch, A stiff arm, A break tackle. Did I say that already? I don't know. Hidden dead with 91 speed and 98 jumping for someone that's already 6'4". We didn't have another pick until the 4th round. The wide receiver we took, Taquan Pryor, is an 81 overall. I was hoping this was going to be a little bit better, but 81 is still pretty good. He's already playing up to 82 overall. He's got 91 speed, 92 acceleration with 84 catching, 86 catching traffic, 85 short route, 76 medium, and 71 deep route. He has 90 spectacular catch with 98 jumping. In the 5th round, the computer drafted this tight end, Josh Goldberg. He's a 71 overall, and he has hidden dev also, but he's probably just gonna be a backup. Looking at the entire NFL draft recap, we drafted this wide receiver 81 overall, and the other guy was 81 overall as well, so I guess you couldn't go wrong. The first quarterback drafted by the Cardinals was only a 70 overall. Terrible. So we got the highest overall in the entire draft, 81, along with the other wide receiver, and then there's a pretty big drop off to 78. 77. There was a running back taken in the 4th round by the Bengals, Cordell Cole, 76 overall. This is what the starting lineup is looking like for the 3rd and final season of the rebuild. Bo Nix is a 77 with star. Williams is an 86 with star. Pryor is going to be our number 1 receiver right away as a rookie. He's 82 with hidden dev. Mims in the slot to 80 with star. Sutton's up to 84 with star dev. Dolchich at tight end, 77 with star. McGlinchey, 81 with star. Menarez, 84 with star. We brought Andrews over in free agency. He's a 78 with normal. Powers at left guard is a 77 with normal. And Bowles at left tackle is 81 with star. Defensively, Pierce is an 82 with star at defensive tackle. Allen's a 78 with normal. Franklin Myers 78 with normal. Surtan's a 99 with superstar, and Wallace in the slot 78 with normal. The cornerback we drafted last year in the 1st round is 84 with superstar Deb. He's our number 2 corner. Jones at strong safety is 81 with star. Browning's at 81 with superstar outside linebacker. And then we got 80 overall Barton at middle linebacker with normal, and Drew Sanders has developed over Singleton, who's down to 72. Sanders up to 75 with normal dev. Sweat we brought over in free agency. He's an 81 with star, and then Jackson we brought in at free agency at free safety, 82 with star dev. At the midseason point, we are currently 3-4, not out to a good start. Chargers 5-1, Chiefs 4-3, Raiders are 2-5. We're going to simulate to the playoffs, see if we can make it in. End of the regular season, we went 5-12, last in the division, so another bust year, not making the playoffs. Chiefs went 11-6, Chargers went 11-6, Raiders went 5-12. Let's check out the season stats. We're the 27th ranked offense, terrible. Bo Nix 18th in passing yards and 23rd in passing touchdowns, and defensively ranked 25th. Bo Nix, 3,600 yards passing with 22 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions, 64% completion with a 96 rating. That's by far his best year he's had so far in the rebuild. Williams, 1,000 yards, only 4 yards per carry, but he did have 15 rushing touchdowns, so that's still pretty good production from him. The rookie receiver, Taquan Pryor, we traded away every single draft pick we have for the next 100 years for him, and he's down in the number 28, which is weird at wide receiver. 84 catches, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's a great rookie season. Mims, 877 yards, 6 touchdowns. Dolchich, 695 with 3 touchdowns. And Sutton, 629 with 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Cody Barton had the most tackles, 131. Sanders had 121. Tackles for loss, Franklin Myers had 22. Pierce had 11. Sacks, we haven't been getting any sack production out of this Ravens defensive playbook. Franklin Myers had 5, Pierce had 5, Browning only had 3.5, Sweat only had 2.5. It's just terrible. Interceptions, the middle linebacker Sanders had the most with 4, James had 2, Jones had 2, and then Barton and Surtain both had 1. The Eagles beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl 37-34. Jalen Hurts won Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott won MVP of the regular season with the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy Coach of the Year with the Cowboys. Jalen Hurts Offensive Player of the Year with the Eagles. Danielle Hunter Defensive Player of the Year with the Texans. Our boy Taquan Pryor, the dude we traded away everything for, won Offensive Rookie of the Year. 2 players decided to retire. Center David Andrews retires after 11 years, and middle linebacker Alex Singleton retires after 8 years. This is what the final team is looking like. Bo Nix, 77 overall, was star dev. He didn't have amazing seasons. He actually had 2 pretty not so great seasons, and this last season was his best, but the team did the worst, which was crazy. Williams at running back, 87 was star. Pryor is already up to 86 overall with superstar dev. Dude is a beast. Mims is 80 was star. Sutton 82 was star. Dolchich 77 was star. McGlinchey 79 was star. Maners 84 was star. Andrews retired at center. Howard 77 with normal. Bowles 78 with normal. He did have star, so he dropped down some. Defensively, Pierce dropped down to 76 and he lost his star dev. Allen 78 with normal. Franklin Myers 77 with normal. Surtain's all the way down to star dev, but he's still at 99 overall. Mathis 76 with normal is going to be in the slot now. James 86 was superstar. He was a good draft pick. Jones at strong safety 81 was star. Browning 82, he went down to star dev. He did have superstar. Barton went up to star dev, 80 overall. Sanders 78 with normal. Josh Sweat, he's down to normal dev and he's down to 78. And Jackson, he had star, he's down to normal dev, 78 overall. Overall, it was a pretty bad rebuild. We didn't make the playoffs at all. It seems like the team got worse progressively as we went. I mean, the roster was just not a very great roster overall, and we couldn't really do much in free agency. Free agent class were terrible for the needs that we had. That's going to be it for the video. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Say something down in the comments. Appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.